For 3 years, I played the role of the perfect husband. For 3 years, she barely gave me the time of day. The day we were supposed to get divorced, Isabella Thorne heard the unfiltered, unhinged thoughts storming through my head. Freedom. Sweet goddamn freedom. The models at Pulse, the cute girls from NYU. Here I come. Suddenly, she tore the divorce papers to shreds. The divorce was off. I was frozen, petrified. She leaned in, her voice a whisper in my ear. Are you still looking for a nursing student? Later she'd send voice messages late at night. Liam, get to my room. My laptop's acting up. When I stammered that I didn't know the first thing about fixing computers, I could hear her private, cold smirk in my head. Stop playing innocent. You seem to know plenty when you were fantasizing about me in a nurse's uniform. Across the table from me, Isabella Thorne looked like a work of art carved from ice, sculpted, exquisite, and utterly without warmth. Today she wore a pearl-white pantsuit tailored so sharply it could cut glass. The fabric was flawless, wrinkle-free, and made her already distant features seem even colder. Her slender fingers held a pen above the last page of the divorce agreement, poised on the signature line. She began to write her name, the first stroke in, and my mind exploded. Freedom. I'm finally gloriously free. My 3-year prison sentence is officially over. I'm a free man. Old man Thorne. I held up my end of the bargain. $50 million. $50 million plus everything I'd saved. The luxury goods. I'm set for life. Financial freedom, baby. 1,095 days. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, universe. I finally made it through tonight. It has to be tonight. Pulse nightclub. The lights, the music, those long-legged models that make your head spin. Hi, hi, hi. Isabella's heart felt like it was seized by an invisible hand, clenching tight. Pulse nightclub, long-legged models. The knuckles of the hand holding her pen went white with pressure. She looked at my placid, unassuming face and was struck by the absurdity of it. Am I hearing Liam's thoughts? What's this about a deal with Grandpa? Just then my inner monologue kept rambling. Oh, right. And the cars, the mansion. Once I get settled, I'm hiring at least 10 maids. All gorgeous NYU students majoring in nursing, of course. I'll meet a sweet one, a feisty one, an artsy one, a nurturing one. Hi, hi, hi. Taking turns taking care of me. Huh. The voice in her head was still running through the list, as if I were counting on my fingers. Huh? What's with this woman? Why'd she stop signing? Sign it. Sign the damn paper. Come on, you idiot. Sign it, and you'll be rid of a huge problem, like me, and I'll be totally free. Then you can go ride off into the sunset with Julian Vance. We'll go our separate ways. You can keep being an ice queen on your throne, and I'll go find some real messy life down here in the gutter, just thinking about those girls at the club. All that fire and passion. Snap. The pen in Isabella's hand broke, too. He called me an idiot, and I was already thinking about nightclub models. My body gave a nearly imperceptible jolt. I looked up with a perfectly calibrated expression of genuine confusion, so innocent it bordered on comical. Isabella. She flinched. What did you just say? I looked baffled. I didn't say anything. She didn't answer. She just stared for a few frozen seconds, then moved. Rip, rip, rip. She tore the divorce agreement into tiny pieces and tossed them in the wastebasket. The divorce is off. She stood up. Come on, we're going back to the office. It's off. My inner voice that had been euphoric a moment ago turned into a death rattle scream. What did she say? It's OFF. Is this some kind of sick joke? Am I hallucinating? I'd waited 3 years, 1,095 days, counting the seconds. I was about to be released, get my payout, start living my best life. And she says it's off. My mind was wailing. My 50 million. The nightclub, the models, my 10 beautiful, vibrant nursing students, all down the drain. Isabella, you corporate vampire. You're killing me. Why? I asked, voice flat, soul already gone from my body as the drama unfolded. The voice in my head was on the verge of tears. The nightclub, the models, the nurses, all gone. A playful smirk touched Isabella's lips, as she took in my devastated expression. Oh, no reason. I just decided I like things the way they are. Businesslike again, she said, let's go, Liam. In the back of the Rolls-Royce, I stared out the window, unable to calm the frantic storm in my mind. 10 straight minutes of silent screaming later, I asked, how about you just call it off? This makes no sense. Why? My shoulders began to shake with suppressed sobs. Isabella nearly burst out laughing. Something's wrong. A million things are wrong. There has to be a reason. My thoughts shifted to a new plan. Okay, new plan. I have to make her hate me even more. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Isabella shot me a curious glance. Thorne Industries, one of the wealthiest corporations in New York City. Outside the CEO's office on the top floor, I sat at my assistant's desk, half-heartedly sorting files, when the internal line buzzed. Liam, come in here right away. Knock, knock, knock. Come in. Isabella's cool voice answered from within. I turned the cold brass handle and pushed the door open. Massive floor-to-ceiling windows revealed the entire city skyline. Sunlight poured in, but couldn't dispel the unique chill that was Isabella's. The air smelled faintly of cedarwood and expensive leather. She was on the sofa sipping coffee. Damn, she was still beautiful. If only she were a little more approachable. My thoughts wandered. That figure, those legs. Imagine them in a white nurse's uniform with white stockings. Hith hith. No, stop thinking about that. I rubbed my nose. Isabella's eyebrow arched as she looked at me. So he's got a bold imagination. Interesting. A nurse's uniform. I suppose it's not out of the question. Liam. Isabella walked slowly toward me. Grandfather, want me to bring you home for dinner tonight? She leaned in deliberately, her lips close to my ear as if sharing a secret. I was thrown off and stood stunned. Just then the office door opened behind me. Izzy, a smooth, slightly effeminate male voice cooed. Isabella frowned, a flash of annoyance in her eyes. Why didn't you knock? I just missed you so much, he said as he closed in. Well, Liam, you're here too. So, did you two get divorced yet? I came to my senses. A wave of revulsion crawled over my skin. Julian Vance, such a weaselly name for such a slimy little weasel. A perfect match. My inner critic was on a roll. I seriously don't get it. She's got a handsome stud like me right here, and this idiot woman is into a preppy little snake like him. Isabella barely managed to stifle a laugh. Julian Vance was her one that got away. They'd dated for 3 years in college. After graduation, Julian took a lucrative job in London and abandoned Isabella despite her pleas. She fell apart. Days and nights blurred into drinking and dreams of him. Her grandfather, Arthur Thorne, terrified she'd hurt herself, came to me with a deal. Protect Isabella for 3 years, and after 3 years, I was to leave her life. In return, he'd give me $50 million. For the Thorne family, $50 million was pocket change. So I began my campaign, a bouquet every day, picking her up when she was drunk, hangover remedies, trying to cheer her up. That was the basic package. No matter how she treated me, I never let it show. I was on call 24/7. One phone call, and I'd be there in a flash. Everyone thought I was the world's biggest sap. I grinned like a fool, not at her, but at the $50 million. Day after day, my relentless kindness wore her down. Then one day she said, Liam, let's get married. I later found out it was because Julian had just gotten engaged in London. At the time I was ecstatic. Who wouldn't want a goddess like her? We had a small, simple ceremony. After marriage, I took care of her until I discovered she had never gotten over Julian. Her penthouse held a room full of mementos from their relationship. Letters she kept writing, pouring out longing for him. 3 years wasn't enough. Her world had no place for me. 3 months ago, Julian returned, and Isabella was immediately under his spell again. The two of them were inseparable. Thinking about all this, my desire for a divorce burned hotter than ever. That's it. I have to make her angry. Make her despise me. It's the only way to get the divorce finalized. My $50 million, my luxury cars, my mansion, my nightclub models. My eyes locked on Julian. All right, you slimy little weasel. You're my ticket out. Without another thought, I unleashed a rapid-fire series of slaps across his face. Is he my ass? Don't you care if you make people puke? Slap. This is for spying on the cleaning lady in the restroom. Slap. This is for hitting on every married woman you see. Slap. This is for your disgusting personal life. Slap. This is for selling company secrets. Slap. This is for framing me. Slap. This is for trying to drug Isabella. Slap. And this is for being such a damn weasel. Slap. As my slaps landed with a rhythmic fury, accompanied by my mental tirade, Isabella's expression shifted from stunned to utterly shocked. Her mouth formed an "Oh, stop it." Isabella grabbed my hand, her face a messy mix of emotions. Huh. Does it hurt to see him like this? I sneered. If it does, then divorce me. That way I won't be an eyesore to you two anymore. I stared at her defiantly. Apologize? Not happening. Not in a million years. Call the cops and have me arrested, I thought. But before that, let's go down to City Hall and sign the divorce papers. You don't want tomorrow's headlines to say Thorne Industries CEO's husband arrested, do you? Hurry up, Isabella. Let's go to City Hall and sign. Isabella looked at me with a pained expression, then glanced at Julian. You should go get some eyes for your face. Julian screamed in protest. Izzy, he attacked me. You can't just let this go. For the first time, Isabella found Julian grating. She frowned, waved a hand dismissively. I'll handle it. You need to leave. Julian stomped out, muttering curses under his breath. Liam, this isn't over. Liam, this isn't over, he repeated like he wanted it to stick. Isabella, let's go. City Hall. Divorce. Isabella looked at me. When did I say I wanted a divorce? And remember dinner at my grandfather's tonight? You should go home and get ready. Wrong. Wrong. This is all wrong. Shouldn't she be comforting Julian and then storming off to City Hall with me? My brain short-circuited. Has this idiot woman been possessed or something? Only then did it hit me. This was not how the script was supposed to go. I walked out of the CEO's office like a man who had lost his soul. After I left, Isabella sank into her chair. Were Liam's thoughts real? Did Julian really sell company secrets and frame Liam for it? The whole reason I wanted this divorce was because of that data leak. How could I have been so easily fooled by Julian's excuses? And what was that about him drugging me? I don't remember that. With that thought, Isabella picked up her phone. Hello, Chloe. I need you to pull some security footage for me. Also, I want to see him to find out everything Julian Vance has been doing lately. Who he's met with. Everything. Right away, Miss Thorne. Hanging up, Isabella was lost in thought. That evening, at the Thorne family estate in Greenwich. Mr. Thorne, I began. You see, the 3 years are up. And about that. The old man laughed heartily. Liam, the more I see of you, the more I like you. But the deal was you get the money after you leave, Isabella. I've seen everything you've done for her these past few years. And look, this estate is worth a lot more than $50 million. It could all be yours one day. He winked. Just stay with Isabella, and the entire Thorne Industries will be yours in the future. Look, Isabella's had a hard life. Her parents died in a car crash when she was 8. She grew up with me, but I was always too busy to give her the attention she needed. That's why she's so cold, he sighed. But she's a good kid. But Mr. Thorne, she doesn't love me. I tried, but it seems like, Grandpa. A sweet voice called from the doorway, the kind of affectionate tone she reserved for him. She wore a cream-colored silk dress that radiated elegance. The fabric flowed smoothly from her shoulders, simple yet sophisticated. A high waistline lengthened her legs, making her figure even more striking. The delicate floral pattern was like wearing spring itself. Wow, I've looked at this woman for 3 years, and I never get tired of it. She's gorgeous. The old man gave me a puzzled look, then beamed. Isabella, darling, you're here. Come sit. I was just chatting with Liam. Just then Julian Vance appeared from behind her. My face and the old man's face fell instantly. What's he doing here? Arthur Thorne's voice darkened. Grandpa, he just came to see you. Please don't be angry. She knew Grandpa would be furious and she brought him anyway. One idiot. The old man stared at me, his expression blank. Julian smiled, managing to appear composed. Grandpa, please don't be angry. I just missed you and wanted to come say hello. Arthur Thorne scoffed. Have you forgotten how you hurt my granddaughter? I haven't even settled that score with you, and you have the nerve to show your face here again. Yeah, tell him, my mind cheered. The old man shot me a shocked look. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I know I was wrong, Julian said earnestly. Isabella and I are truly in love. As soon as Liam divorces her, I'll marry her immediately. You insolent fool. How dare you say that? The old man roared. They're a married couple living their lives. What business is it of yours? Get out of my house. Yeah, get out. The old man was now certain. He was hearing my thoughts. He glanced at Julian, then at Isabella. He saw Isabella give a nearly imperceptible nod. Arthur Thorne understood. Both he and his granddaughter could hear my thoughts. A wave of secret delight washed over him, mixed with confusion. It seemed Julian couldn't hear a thing. To test his theory, the old man didn't press the issue of kicking Julian out. That dinner was agony. I felt like I was chewing wax as I watched Julian and Isabella feed each other tiny bites. My eye twitched and my mind went into a full-blown rant. And what was with the old man? One minute he was choking on his food, the next he was grinning like an idiot. He seemed to be having the time of his life. Back at the penthouse, I lay in the guest room. Our home was a luxury duplex in one of the city's most exclusive buildings. Beyond the huge panoramic windows, the city light sparkled. Inside was a world of minimalist luxury, vast, cold, and utterly lacking any warmth or lived-in feeling. How much longer do I have to live like this? Arg. My models, my sport cars, my mansion. My mind raged. No, I have to get this divorce. I've had enough of spending my nights alone with my own two hands. Looks like I need to up the intensity. HIV. She won't let me touch her, right? Well, tonight in the room next door, Isabella's face was flushed a deep crimson, as if it might burst. That bastard. What is he thinking? He actually wants to. Just then, there was a faint click from the doorknob. Click. The door opened. Isabella immediately squeezed her eyes shut. That bastard. He's actually doing it. What do I do? What do I do? Help. I need advice like right now. Isabella cracked, and I opened just a slit. In the moonlight, she saw me tiptoeing slowly, silently into her room. He's here. He's here. He's right by the bed. I leaned down, my fingers gently touching her cheek. I let out a soft sigh of relief. Thank God she's asleep. Otherwise, I'd probably be waking up in the hospital tomorrow. Hi. 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 She smells so good. So this is the idiot woman's room. She's really beautiful. That's my wife after all. She's actually pretty cute when she's sleeping. I leaned closer to her full, soft lips and gave them a gentle peck. I'll just collect a little interest tonight. I'll be back for more tomorrow. I slipped quietly out of the room and closed the door. Isabella's head was buzzing. Her face was burning and her heart was pounding. My first kiss is gone just like that. Back when she was with Julian, the most they ever did was hold hands. They'd never cross that line. Arg. That bastard. He kisses me and runs, she muttered to the empty room. Wait. He called me his wife, and he said he'd be back tomorrow. Why do I feel a little excited? The next morning, I was in the kitchen eating breakfast. Creak. Isabella opened her bedroom door. Huh? Why does she have two dark circles under her eyes? And why is her face so red? Isabella sat down opposite me in silence, grabbed a piece of toast, and started gnawing on it. She kept her head down. After finishing the toast, she chugged her glass of milk. Something's not right. What is with this idiot woman today? She shot me a glare, grabbed her purse, and stormed out of the apartment, slamming the door behind her. Women, so weird. Chloe, what did you find out about what I asked you to look into yesterday? Ms. Thorne, the security footage has been sent to your computer. Also, Mr. Vance has been meeting frequently with Mr. Sterling of Sterling Corporation. They often meet at a place called the Sterling Cafe. I don't have the details of their conversations yet, but give me another half a day. Oh, and one more thing. Mr. Vance has been going to Pulse nightclub a lot. Our people got photos and videos of him drugging other patrons, both men and women. The files are in your email. Okay, thank you for your hard work. Hanging up, Isabella frowned. Mr. Sterling. Interesting. It seemed Julian really did steal the project files. Her mind flashed back to yesterday evening. She'd been walking past Julian's office and faintly heard words like AI, core algorithm, and code. They had planned to meet later, which had made her suspicious. That's why she had impulsively brought him to her grandfather's estate. With that thought, Isabella opened her laptop. Faced with a folder of surveillance files, she clicked a few from specific locations and began to watch. She saw Julian sneaking into the women's restroom. She saw him harassing female employees. She saw him furtively doing something at Liam's workstation. Liam wasn't just a regular assistant. He was a brilliant programmer. He was the lead architect of their new AI technology, the core of Project Chimera. God, I'm such an idiot. How could I have just believed everything Julian said? Why didn't I trust Liam? A wave of guilt washed over her. I need to find a way to make up to them. She opened her email. The contents were shocking. She picked up the phone. Liam, can you come in here for a second? Less than 30 seconds later, knock knock. Come in. The moment I entered, I saw the dark expression on Isabella's face. What's wrong? Thor, come here. I walked closer and saw the screen. It was filled with LWD graphic images. Whoa. Has this idiot woman lost her mind watching porn at the office in the middle of the day? If you're going to do that, at least wait until you get home. What are you talking about? This is Julian. Me? I feigned innocence. I didn't say anything. I leaned in for a closer look. Oh, you're right. It is him. Isabella looked at me, her gaze complicated. That time, Julian took me to the nightclub. Did he drug me? And you were the one who took me home? How did this idiot woman suddenly get smart? The situation that night was obviously sketchy. The lowlives he hangs out with are clearly bad news. And this idiot just walked right into the trap. My mind replayed the events. Good thing I had a bad feeling and followed them. I snuck into their VIP room. And sure enough, 20 minutes later, this idiot woman was passed out cold. Fisk TSK. I even took a beating for it. Spent a week in the hospital, and this idiot woman didn't visit me once. Even though my mind was a whirlwind of resentment, all I said out loud was a quiet, yeah. Isabella suddenly threw her arms around me, her voice choked with emotion. Why didn't you tell me? Would you have believed me? I said with a sigh of resignation. At the time, Julian told you he was the one who brought you home, and you didn't doubt him for a second. Isabella stiffened, a flush of shame creeping up her neck. She didn't say anything. Suddenly, ring, ring, ring. The phone on her desk blared, shattering the fragile quiet. Isabella took a deep breath and answered. Hello, Ms. Thorne. We've got it. Her assistant Chloe's voice was urgent and certain. Julian Vance and Rick Sterling from Sterling Corp entered a private room at the Sterling Cafe 10 minutes ago, right near the office. Our source confirms Vance was carrying an encrypted hard drive, the same model as the missing backup for the Project Chimera core algorithm. They're making the exchange right now. Isabella's heart plummeted. Her eyes turned sharp as ice. Understood. Alert the police immediately. Give them the location and the evidence we have. Also get our security team to the Sterling Cafe now. Have them wait for my signal. I don't want them moving in until I give the word. We can't risk tipping them off. Yes, Ms. Thorne. Are you going yourself? Chloe asked. I have to see this with my own eyes, Isabella said, voice iron. Her gaze swept over to me, still held in her embrace. Her expression complex. Liam, you the exchange. You idiot. What are you going to do? Go there alone. Walk right into their trap. That slimeball Julian and that pig Sterling are not good people. They were in it together last time they tried to drug you. My thoughts crashed into her mind, sharp with anger and fear. The intensity of it shook her. She caught the most important piece, the last time Julian and Sterling had partnered up. She took a deep breath, released me, and instantly slipped back into her calm, CEO persona. But deep in her eyes, I saw something new, a quiet, burning resolve. Liam, stay here at the office. I have some personal business to take care of. Personal business. Yeah, right. She was going after them. Not just to get Project Chimera back, but to expose Julian, to finally rip off his mask, and maybe, just maybe, to make up for how she'd wronged me. Her face said it all. I'm about to do something reckless. No way was I letting her go alone. What if something happened again? She might not be that lucky this time. My mind raced. Without another thought, I was right behind her. Isabella heard my footsteps following close. She could feel the worry echoing in my thoughts. For a brief second, warmth spread through her chest, quickly replaced by the urgency of the moment. She didn't turn around. She didn't tell me to stop. She simply accepted that I was coming with her. And strangely enough, it made her feel safer. The heavy door of the private room sealed them off from the world outside. Julian Vance's usual slick charm had vanished. His face was twisted with greed and impatience. He slid a small silver hard drive across the table toward the portly man sitting opposite him. Rick Sterling. Mr. Sterling, here it is, Julian said quietly. The core algorithm for Project Chimera. The most complete backup. The foundation for Thorne Industries' next 3 years of tech. With this, Sterling Corp will dominate the AI field in no time. Sterling's pudgy fingers caressed the hard drive, his beady eyes glinting. Julia, my boy, you did good. That fool Isabella Thorne is still wrapped around your little finger, right? Huh. What a shame that drugging attempt failed. If it had worked, Thorne Industries would be in chaos right now. Julian's expression twisted with hatred. All because of that meddling bastard Liam. Sterling chuckled. No matter. This move will finish them. With this, Thorne Industries is as good as dead. Julian sneered, his voice dripping venom. That arrogant Isabella, acting like she's some kind of queen just because she's got a rich family and a pretty face. This time, I'll make her get on her knees and beg me. Isabella, do you hear that? My thoughts hit her mind like thunder. He called you a fool, a piece of trash. He's conspiring to destroy your company, to destroy you. Outside the door, Isabella went completely still. Her body trembled as the words cut through her like knives. But worse than my thoughts were the voices coming from inside, crystal clear through the tiny listening device she'd stuck to the doorframe when the waiter delivered their coffee. Then Sterling's voice suddenly changed. Who's that? Someone outside. Oh no. Isabella's heart jumped into her throat. Damn it, we're caught. My thoughts roared in panic. Move back, idiot woman. I'm going in. Before she could react, I kicked the door with everything I had. Crack. The door burst open, slamming into Julian and sending him stumbling backward. Inside, Sterling clutched the hard drive, eyes wide. Julian winced, nursing his shoulder, frozen in shock. When he saw me, and Isabella standing behind me, his face drained of color. Isabella? Liam? What are you doing here? Julian stammered. Isabella stepped past me. Her face was pale, but her eyes burned cold. She looked at Julian, then at the drive in Sterling's hand. What am I doing here? Her voice was quiet, but it carried like ice. I came to see how my trusted friend and business partner planned to make me beg. Izzy, wait, it's not what you think. Shut up, she snapped. I heard every word. The drugging. The theft of Project Chimera. The insults. Julian, you make me sick. Sterling realized the game was over. His eyes hardened as he shoved the drive into his coat and bellowed, security. Outside, the burly men Sterling had brought burst in, blocking the doorway. Oh great, I thought they actually want to fight. Fear flashed through me, quickly replaced by pure instinct. If they touch her, I'll kill them before I let them lay a hand on her. I shoved Isabella behind me and squared my shoulders. Sterling Vance, I shouted, this is a felony. The police are on their way. Sterling sneered. By the time they get here, the evidence will be gone. Get them. Grab the drive and the woman. The thugs lunged. Isabella, get down. I roared, charging forward. My fist connected with the first man's face, the sound sharp and brutal. He screamed as his nose cracked. Chaos exploded. Tables overturned, cups shattered. I fought with everything I had, blocking two at once. I took hits, a few solid ones. Blood ran from the corner of my mouth, my jacket torn, but I never moved from in front of Isabella. She huddled behind me, watching my back, not broad, but in that moment, the most reliable thing in the world. She saw me take the blows meant for her, heard the thoughts racing through my head like wildfire. That one hurt. Damn it. Dodge left. You kicked me? Oh, you're dead. Is she okay? The drive. Need to get the drive. Where are the cops? Just a little longer. I'll die before I let them touch her. She's my wife. I'll protect her. My wife. The words echoed through the chaos, and Isabella's heart clenched. Regret flooded her, deep and raw. Liam, she cried, her voice shaking. Sirens wailed outside, growing louder. Police, someone shouted. The room froze. Sterling and Julian went pale. The thugs stopped. I stood there panting, blood on my lip, my body still between Isabella and danger. I turned to her. Our eyes met, mine filled with exhaustion, pain, and relief. Finally, she's safe. My face ached like hell. Probably going to have a shiner. Hope this doesn't ruin my chances with the NYU girls. Isabella blinked, torn between tears and laughter. His ridiculous thought somehow made the fear lift. The police stormed in, handcuffing Sterling, Julian, and their thugs. An officer found the hard drive in Sterling's coat. Isabella stepped forward, steady and composed. Officer, I'm Isabella Thorne, CEO of Thorne Industries. This involves theft of trade secrets and attempted assault. This is my assistant, Liam Miller. He's a witness and a victim. We'll cooperate fully. Her tone was professional, commanding, until her eyes landed on Julian being led away. Her gaze turned to pure ice. When the dust settled, the cafe was wrecked. Does it hurt? Isabella's voice was soft now, carrying warmth I'd never heard from her before. I flinched when she touched my face. Ouch. Why are your hands so cold? Her eyes, serious, searching, made me nervous. I forced a crooked grin. It's nothing, Ms. Thorne. Would this count as a workplace injury? I assume medical expenses are covered. Maybe a bonus too. She ignored the joke. Her gaze stayed locked on mine, as if she was seeing me, really seeing me, for the first time. The man who'd risked his life to protect her. Liam, she said clearly. We're going home. Then, for the first time ever, she reached out, took my hand, and pulled me along. Sunlight hit us as we stepped outside. I stumbled slightly, thrown off by her cool but firm grip. One thought rang in my head. Well, damn. I guess that divorce really isn't happening. Huh? Walking ahead of me, Isabella heard the silent laughter in my thoughts. A faint, knowing smile, touched with victory, appeared on her lips. The hospital visit was quick. My cut was cleaned, the bruises disinfected, and after a few words from the doctor, we went home. Back at the penthouse, I automatically went to the guest room I'd slept in for 3 years. Just as my hand touched the doorknob, Isabella's voice, gentle now, came from behind me. You should get some sleep. Okay. Later, half asleep, I heard soft footsteps. I opened my eyes and froze. Isabella stood there, dressed in a nurse's uniform, her long legs wrapped in white stockings. It was exactly as I had imagined. Liam, she said lightly, my laptop's acting up. Come to my room and fix it. She turned and walked away. I followed, mesmerized. After a blur of heat and emotion, she leaned close, whispering in my ear, still looking for a nursing student? My eyes went wide. How did she know that? I never said it out loud. You didn't have to, she murmured, brushing her lips against my skin. I know. Idiot woman, I thought, testing her. You're the idiot, she whispered back, amused. I can hear your thoughts. A few days later, she called out again. Honey, come to my room. My laptop needs fixing. When I stammered that I didn't know how, I heard her smug private thought echo in my head. Don't play innocent with me. You seem to know Exactly what you were doing last time I wore the nurse's uniform.